My brother is always complaining about how difficult it is to find Pokemon TCG products at MSRP instead of stores, so I decided I would go hunt for Pokemon products and see if I could get anything at MSRP. So just to give a little bit of context as far as Pokemon goes, I like Generation 1 through 5, and I can kind of tolerate black and white. It started out on a Tuesday, and the first thing I did was I incorporated the closest Pokemon vending machine into my route, and I would hit it up like once a day. The first 2 times I did not see any product and it was quite demoralizing. However, the 3rd time I kind of got lucky and I managed to snag the Elite Trainer box for Surging Sparks. So I managed to get this, and I think it was $59.99, or that might have been the case after tax, not entirely sure, but still a good find at I think MSRP, and it's got Pikachu on top, so that works. Pretty much after that, I was not able to find a singular Pokemon product at any stores whatsoever. I tried Target, I tried Walmart, and I tried Best Buy. So pretty much from Tuesday through Thursday, it was a complete bust. The only thing I got was the Surging Sparks ETB, and that was from the vending machine. Now Friday is when Phantasmal Flames was supposed to drop. Now 1 week ago, I did not even know that Phantasmal Flames was a thing. It was just because randomly this week, I had a lot of free time and I decided to do this as a challenge. It turned out that Phantasmal Flames was also dropping this week, so I kind of like lucked out, if you will. I couldn't be bothered to go like 2 hours early, so I went there 1 hour early. So I got there at around 7-ish a.m. and the store opens at 8, and already there was a line. There was like 14 people ahead of me and I was the 15th person. And then I think about half an hour before store opening, there were about 30 to 40 people in line for Pokemon. I got screwed so hard. So the person in front of me, she grabbed the last 2 UPC products for Phantasmal Flames, and I was not able to get anything. I got cucked by 1 person. Now, I did like that the manager for Target, she came out like about like 30 minutes before store opening and announced that everyone's gonna go in like a single file line. She's only gonna allow like 5 people in at a time, and you can only grab 2 of each product type as your maximum amount. And once you grab that product, you have to instantly check out, because she wanted to prevent people from like taking the products, hiding it someplace, or holding it for their friend to get there, which I thought was pretty nice. So pretty much the only thing I got from Target were 2 booster packs. Now Best Buy opens at 9 o'clock, and by the time I reached there, it was like 8:20, 8:30ish, and there were already like 40 plus people in line. I saw a lot more people leave with boxes, either ETBs or UPCs. I think about 30 to 40 people got them. Unfortunately, because I was late, I was only able to get my hands on a booster bundle for Phantasmal Flames and 3 booster packs. Now, I was a little demoralized. Actually, I was a lot demoralized, but mainly because I missed that UPC by 1 person, and that was just like a big bummer. But I learned my lesson. It's probably better to go to Best Buy 2 hours early than it is to go to Target, mainly because of that 1 item limit, and also I think Best Buy gets more product than Target does. And my local GameStop opens at 11 a.m. So, I decided to do one last push. I went straight to GameStop and I got there 2 hours early. There were 3 people ahead of me. One was like an elderly person, and then there were like 2 other people in front of him. And I was actually 4th in line. So I was like a little bit confident that maybe I'll be able to get this. So the guy in front of me, the older gentleman, he told me he was there for his grandkid. He was trying to get him Pokemon product. However, I don't think that was his intention, because as I started talking to him, I mentioned in Japan, what they usually do is they cut off that plastic wrap that's sealing the product before selling it to the customer, pretty much to prevent scalping, and I think that's like amazing. For anyone that's genuinely collecting for themselves, like they probably wouldn't care. But as soon as I brought that up, he was instantly like defensive against it. He was like, I would not buy these products if they weren't sealed. Not only that, but once we got in, apparently if you're a GameStop Pro member, you can bypass the limit of 1 to 2. So instead of getting 1 product, you can get 2 products. The older guy who was there for his grandson supposedly took 2 ETBs, surprisingly. So I was able to get like the second last ETB, and the guy behind me was able to also get an ETB. Now, my brother was telling me that his local Best Buy restocks on every Saturday. So I was like, hey, you know what? I have time. I'll just go and see my local Best Buy on a Saturday. I got there about like 5 minutes before opening. Pretty much no one was there, but like a minute after, there were like 7 people in line. Now, we went inside, and as soon as like she opened the door and I went inside, the other people kind of bypassed me and cut me in line technically. So instead of being first, which I was before store opening, I kind of ended up in 3rd place somehow. I don't know how that works, but luckily I was able to snag a Mega Lucario EX box. Now, did I really want this? Debatable. But they only had 2 in stock, and I think FOMO took over and I kind of bought it. I think this was $30. So there's a total of 5 packs inside of this, 2 Mega Evolution packs, 2 Destined Rivals pack, and 1 Journey Together. I don't even know what Journey Together is, to be completely honest. I asked my brother and he was like, that's a decent pack, but I don't think it has any Pokemons that I would know. The only reasons I got these is because I know Lucario, I know Gengar, I know Charizard, I know Heracross, I don't remember this one, I know Kangaskhan. So a lot of these I do know. However, I think they're Mega Evolutions of those Pokemons, which I don't really know, if that makes any sense. But I think these packs are supposed to have some older generation Pokemons. I think. I'm not 100% sure. But I think I definitely got a little bit carried away. This one, my brother got me, and I believe this one, my brother got me, and everything else I was able to find on my own, kind of, sort of. Also, GameStop gave this exclusive Suicune. I kind of hate that it has like GameStop. I think it's on the card itself. It's not on the plastic. So that kind of really stinks, but the card looks kind of nice. I like Suicune. And I think Best Buy was also supposed to have a promo card, but I think they ran out, so I was not able to get that. GameStop is where I got ripped off and I didn't pay attention. My brother told me that online they charge crazy prices, but in store they usually charge MSRP. And I was just so excited about getting the ETB that I didn't really pay attention until I got home. Now, the ETB is supposed to be $499.99, so $50, but they charged me $66.49. I think that's almost $17 over MSRP. But the booster bundles and the booster packs is where it gets crazy. So a single booster pack, instead of $4.49, they charge you $6.64, and the booster box, instead of $26.94, they charge you $42.74. That's almost double what Best Buy was charging, and that is absolutely crazy. So my takeaways from that is Best Buy is amazing. Target is like number 2. It's like good enough. They charge you a little bit extra, but it's not the worst thing ever. Like paying $5 extra for the Elite Trainer box isn't the worst thing ever. Walmart, I hate for some reason. It just stinks. There's literally never anything over there. And GameStop is just absurd. They're charging way too much. Never again. But yeah, I just messaged the picture to my brother too. I think this is way too many cards for me. I did want to get a couple more ETBs. Like I wanted to get 1 ETB for the Mega Evolution stuff. I wanted to get 1 ETB for Destined Rivals. I have not been able to find any Destined Rivals product whatsoever, not even a booster bundle. And the way it is currently, I don't think I'm ever going to be able to find it. At this point, I don't really care. And I missed out on 151 because I was living under a rock. If I knew about 151 when it came out, I probably would have gone crazy with it because it has the original 151 Pokemons. But that thing is going for like, I think $400, which is like crazy to me. Like, I think the last product that dropped was like maybe a year ago, and it's like 10 times the MSRP value, and people are actually willing to pay that price, which is just crazy to me. But yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to get those. Even the Mega Lucario and the Mega Gardevoir, I already got Lucario over there, so I think I'd be okay with just the Mega Gardevoir box. But even that is going for like, I think the lowest you can find it is $75, and MSRP is supposed to be $50, so it's like $25 over MSRP, which is crazy to me. Like, I'm not gonna pay that kind of money. So I think I might just stop collecting at this point, unless I'm able to maybe grab it from a vending machine or somehow catch a restock, but I don't think that's ever gonna happen. If anything, this week taught me a lot, and it was a great experience, but I'm never gonna do this again. But yeah, this is like everything I have. Like, I want to say about 70% of this stuff is from just that 1 week of going for Pokemon products. Actually, maybe not 70%, maybe like 50%. So this is obviously Mesmer the Impaler. This was from the collector's edition, which was extremely overpriced. And at some point, I think it fell down to like $90 for the collector's edition. So it definitely got ripped off, but I guess that's how it goes sometimes. This we pulled from one of those claw machines in New York. And then this is Mewtwo. And this is from the Pokemon Center from Japan. I think it was in Shibuya, if I'm not mistaken. And then there's all of this. This is from Japan, obviously. I don't know what it is, nor do I know what the English version is. And this one, and I do not know any of the Pokemons in this generation either, so yeah, those are kind of just like souvenirs, if you will. These ones I kind of like the art on this, although I don't know why Eevee has a crown, but Eevee does. This one I like, Gardevoir, and this one's okay. I'm not a super big fan of Black Charizard, I know it's the Mega Evolution, but I don't know too much about Mega Evolution. Technically, I shouldn't even be collecting these, but I did, so oh well. And then I got this one from the vending machine. This one I got scalped from GameStop, kind of, sort of. This one, I don't think it's too bad. It's $30, you get 5 packs and the giant Lucario card and figurine. These we also got from like a claw vending machine from Japan. This one's probably my favorite. I don't know. I like Urameshi. And I got the retro pack. There's Minato over there. We also pulled this from like a vending machine thingy in Japan. This was like 200 yen. 200 yen. This one took a couple tries, so I don't really know. And got Zelda over there. And then this is my Yu-Gi-Oh tin. This is like from, I think 2008-ish, kind of, sort of. I don't remember. But that's pretty much all the products. And then these are filled with like whatever remained from our Yu-Gi-Oh collection from like way back when. So there's a bunch of stuff there. And my brother got these, which are demo decks. I don't know what the point of that is, but he keeps telling me to like send this stuff to PSA and they'll put it in like some kind of case. And it costs $30 to send each product in. So to put it into context, this is supposed to be $50. And he wants me to spend another $30 to put it into a case, which to me makes no sense. And I also think PSA is probably a scam, so I'm not going to do it anyways.